to my last market of the year at the Yuletide Gay holiday market. Make the Yuletide Gay. They switched up the name and now it's a mouthful. I went on TV to do some promo, I guess, or like to teach sing class, and um, yeah, I could barely make it through shouting out the market. um, this market went really well. The vibes were great, and I'm happy I went. This is the second year of this market, I believe, and it's run by local artists like themselves instead of like a corporation or people like doing it for gain. So they kept the booth fee very affordable. Oh, how much was it? It was either $50 or $60. I'll put that on the screen. But it was very affordable and within my budget for once. And I really appreciate them keeping the cost down and the type of community that they built here. It seems to be very good. Everyone's very cheerful and nice, and I've never had anyone be like mean to me, but when the vibes are just like very chill, yeah, that was really nice to be around for my last market, especially rigging out the year with good vibes. And yeah, for example, they had a Toad Santa this year, and I did not get a picture with Toad Santa because he was kind of disturbing in my humble opinion. It was one of the artists made a paper mache toad like headpiece, and someone dressed up in a suit and took pictures. Um, yeah, my mom thought it was hilarious. A lot of people loved it. I was asked multiple times, "Hey, did you get a picture of Toad Santa yet, Allie?" And I said, "No, I will not be doing that. Thank you." Think it was in the small percentage that was disturbed. But it's just like an example of the like fun situation that this was. Yeah, it was cute to see everyone so excited about Toad Santa and laughing and like being very joyous, which is like very much what you want during the Christmas season or holiday season. Also, coming into the community aspect again, they partnered with a local like art organization, 40 North, that, and they had one of their events, like it was the starting point of like a scavenger hunt, and all the artists, I think almost all the artists at least, I put in a mini toad ornament with a Santa hat on to put on this mini tree to like showcase the artists. It wasn't very set up well in my opinion. Like my ornament was at the back of the tree, so literally nobody saw it. But it's a nice gesture to like bring multiple organizations together to in one area, so the public congregates in one area to support both situations. Here is my table setup. I think this is probably the best to date like window situation for an indoor market. I don't think I've ever had such great backlight. It wasn't sunny, unfortunately, but I'll take what I can get. Look how nice those look in the window. Here's the snack table. I did not indulge in any of the snacks. But I did think it was funny that there was just chicken breasts just sitting out on the table like for the entire time. There was like a heat thing under it, but again, I was kind of disturbed. It's break time in this weird little corner thing. The market is around that corner, and I've made like 260. What time is it? It's 1:48, and it's like pretty busy, but like mostly sell stuff and like ghosts. Like I sold 3 ghosts, which I think is funny. Anyways, this is some weird history corner. There's a bunch of uniforms and like weird shit around, and people keep coming to look at it. I thought this was like a solitary corner. Apparently not. I want to go home. I'm so tired.
Like, my back hurts. Sales are fine, at least. And everyone's nice. Yay. My rice was warm, but my my curl thing, whatever, food was not. Womp womp womp. I don't think vlogging is for me. I'm so negative. Like, I rarely ever feel good at markets because I have to prep the markets and like pack the car and unpack the car. So I never feel physically well. And I'm always like, can I leave? You know? The vibes are good, but like I feel like shit. Penny, we're sitting at 300 with less than an hour.
Alright, so at the end of the market, I made $252.60 after my booth fees and square fees and all that jazz, which I feel like that might sound low, but for this year, 2025, it's actually pretty average, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm happy with it. I sold some things. Most of them were sale items. I had a pretty big discount bin. 4 of the pieces were sale items, which were between like $50 and $20. What $20 is crazy for me, but I just really want these pieces to find homes. I'd had them for upwards of 4 years, I think, 4 to 5. And the other 4 sales were ghosts, which I'm pretty happy about. In December too, there is never it's always ghost season. Spooky season forever. So it was a little disappointing to me to not sell any of. I made a bunch of these toads with little witch hats on them, which were mini, and they were priced at $45. But I might have dimmed myself over on that one because as I said, I had some like medium-ish pieces, like size pieces in the discount bin for around that same price range, like 50, like under. So between a little small palm, not even palm size piece, that's $45. Why would you go for that instead of the larger piece that's around the same price, you know? So you never know. It's okay. Hopefully I sell them at a different, like this next year. I'm not planning on any markets really, like recently, like soon. So I'll be holding them onto them for a while. I have like 5. So yeah, that was interesting to see. It's the second time this year that I've made something like kind of specifically for market. I don't make things just to sell them. I make things because they make me happy, and I just like hope and cross my fingers that other people will enjoy them enough to spend their money. This is the second time this year that I've made something like looking forward to a market, thinking it would do well. It's the same vibes this year, and it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to. Like, I'm not like hurt or anything, but it would have been nice to at least sell one. The last one was like I made these bevels for Pride, and they made rainbows and stuff. So I was like, and they were under 35. They were like $30, and to this day I still have not sold any of them, and that was in June. So they went to every single market I did this year and didn't sell anything. Hopefully that will not be the toads, but yeah, that's just the way it goes. Okay, so yeah, that was that market, last market of 2025. It went well. I'm happy. I cleared out some of my older work, and I didn't even expect to do any winter markets, honestly. I was invited to this one, and I was like, okay, like earlier this year, and I was like, okay, this is all that I'm going to be doing, because I've done markets in the past. In the winter, I've sat out in the cold for 8+ hours, multiple days in a row to sell, and I just can't do that anymore, mentally, physically. It's too much for me. So I am at like a loss of money. I mean, I know the economy is like kind of fucked right now, so of course that could be playing a role, but as the years go by, I just like the winter sales are not there for me. Though I do have some of my funnest markets at the winter ones. I will say I was invited to 2 more, and I stuck to it, and I was like, no, I can't. One was the day before this last market, and I was like, it sounded very fun, but the physical aspect of moving things, like packing up and setting up 2 days in a row, was just too much for me. And then the other one I did last year, it actually ended up being on my sister's birthday, so that was just not going to happen. But they also said that they would be outside, and again, I cannot do the bitter cold outside markets, even with a heater. It's just too much for me. So I'm glad I stuck to it, and I had a short holiday market season, and I'm glad. I'm like looking forward to the break. It is 2026 as I'm filming this. Hello, happy new year. So yeah, a good market, good people, nobody was mean. Yay. I love when there's no drama, because I feel like there's a lot of that there's just more of it at winter markets, I feel like, which is unfortunate, but not this one, thank goodness. Alright, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for sticking around this long and watching. I know I didn't film too much there, but hopefully I'll be able to make up for it at my next market. Thank you for being here. Happy 2026.